And once we have the normalized, the favicon, the default styles in place, now let's start working on our pages. And the first page we want to create is the landing one. So that's going to be the page that users see if they're not logged in. Now, before we continue, let me just mention a few things. First of all, sometimes your results might look tiny bit different because I have zoomed in over here. So usually I keep my zoom level between 150, 175, maybe 200. And also, if you prefer actually reading the markdown, there's an extension that converts this file locally. Now, the extension that you're looking for, let me scroll through. So, oh, this one over here. Sorry for the detour. So, Markdown Preview Enhanced. That's the one that you're looking for. And once you install the extension, you can right-click on a Markdown file. Now, I already set up the dark mode, but most likely, if you just install the extension, it's not going to be the case. So, just go through the docs how to set up dark mode. Yes, it is a possibility. Now, to tell you honestly, I actually prefer reading the markdown this way. Don't ask me why, just a weird preference. Just letting you know that if you prefer the normal markdown, then again, install this extension, then just right click and then you'll be able to see it as a typical markdown file. Now, also, I want to say that in this video, the page is still going to be ugly. We just want to get something on the screen. Otherwise, we can talk about the setup for another 3 hours and you'll just get bored and probably turn off the video. So let me go back and also let me mention that, yes, we will use React Router and styled components. All of that is coming up. For now, we just want to get something on the screen. So here are the steps. First, we want to create pages directory in the source. In there, for now, let's just set up landing.js. And we want to create basic return. In my case, I'm just going to go with heading 4 or heading 2 landing page. And also we want to import logo as well as main SVG. And then at the end, we just want to render it. So logo is going to be this one. And yes, I'll talk about where we can get it and all that. And the same goes for the main SVG. So this is going to be the image. So let's get cracking. First, we want to navigate to the source. Let's create that folder. We're going to go with pages. And then in here, let's create a new file. We'll call this for now landing.js. Let's create a component. Let's export right away. But before we go any further, let's set up here heading 1 maybe. Why not? Let's go with heading 1 and then let's call this landing page. Let's save it. And then we also want to import both of the images. Again, we're looking for images folder in the assets. More specifically, we want to get the logo and we want to get the main SVG. And I think in my case, I'm going to call this logo and main. So import logo. That is going to be from the assets, then images. And then I want to go with logo SVG. Let's copy and paste. And the file name will be main SVG. And also I'll call this main. And once we're done with this, let's just navigate to app.js. Let's import the file directly. So in this case, we're going to go with import. And I'm going to call this landing from landing.js. And of course, we want to render it. So I think I'm going to wrap this in a div for now. So let's just go here with landing. And we should see that on the screen. And of course we do. So we have a landing page. So with this in place, now we can continue with the next step.